Alright guys, welcome back to another video and Happy New Year to everyone. Obviously, it's not really the best start to a new year if you're in the UK.
Boris Johnson has announced that England will once again enter a period of lockdown tonight.
Yeah, obviously, you know, everyone's back into a lockdown, so that's a bit shit. But to be honest, it's not very good if you're in the US either. So we'll have to make do with what we've got. Now, the reason why we're making the video today is to kind of help people along with the lockdown. Obviously, it's a shitter, everyone knows it is. Everyone's back into the home gym setups and stuff like that. So today we're going to be taking you through a tiny little update section we've done on the home gym. Maybe some ideas that could help you guys out, and also some movement variations that you might not have thought of to try and get the most out of your home workouts without like a lot of equipment, because let's face it, no one thought we were going to be back in this situation after the last time and then the time before that, and then obviously no one thought of like buying stuff, and obviously stuff's fucking expensive again. Like we were checking the other day, weren't we?
Yeah,
equipment, and
literally as soon as the lockdown was announced, it was like dumbbells went from £1 a kilo back up to fucking £10 a kilo. So
yeah,
basically.
So yeah, but like I said, we'll get a little bit of an update in, and then we'll show you some bobs and bits, and let's go.
Right, start with the updates. A few little bits what we've got at the minute. We've just got a new attachment. This is actually what we're borrowing from Viking Gym at the minute. We bought one ourselves, but we're just using this until we get ours. Shout out to Viking Gym for again lending us the incline as well. We'll tag Viking in the comment description, whatever. Yeah. We'll show their Instagram and shit. They've helped us out loads actually, and all of our members. So big shout out to Viking. Right, other little updates. We've got like anyone can do these really. Basically, if you know anyone who's a fabricator, we've got some little just like homemade attachments. What we're going to do is we're going to drill these onto the wall here and here, like ish. We've got, I think, have we got 6, Tyler?
Yeah, I think we've got 6.
So once they're on there, basically they're just to like rest the spare bars on, because we're hopefully getting some more bars too. Obviously this bar is like just hitting that wood, that could easily just fall down, so we need to hide that.
It's all space saving, isn't it? Like,
yeah, basically.
As I've said in loads of the videos, we haven't got much room as it is, so trying to utilise the walls as much as possible.
Next update, for your cool refreshing beverage needs, we've now got a little water dispenser. Basically just like to stop going in and out the house, just so we can fill up water pre-workouts, protein shakes, whatever you want, just with that water, or just like obviously a drink.
Where did you get that from?
I got it from Dunelm. It was like 12 quid, so really cheap. 12 quid if you've got a garage that's freezing cold, to keep your drinks freezing cold as well. I would definitely recommend getting it because it's easy and it's cheap, just fill it up with water. Another thing we've got here is Tyler managed to get us a landmine made.
So I'll bring that out and put it on the bench. So this is, you've probably seen something like it in maybe your gym, but this is a landmine attachment for the floor, and obviously your bars just go in there, and it allows us to do the likes of T-bar rows and stuff like that. A friend of mine actually fabricated that up, so that's another obviously cost, because I think when I checked, there can be anywhere between like 20 to 50 quid for one, which is quite expensive for what it is. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drill the floor, bolt it to the floor, and then in that corner, and we'll be absolutely sound.
Yeah, and I think that is like the perfect place to put it as well, because nothing else goes there. And it's like, I've actually tried it with the bar already, and that, like, you've got the perfect range of motion. Obviously what we'll do is we'll move this out of the way, down there, and move just unput the bench, move it back a bit. That saves us enough space here, so you can get the bar here. Imagine everything's gone, T-bar row. And then you've actually got enough room to do metal rows as well on both sides, and you could probably do what is it, kneel and what's it called?
Shoulder press, like a shoulder press.
Is it called landmine press? Is that
yeah,
what it's called?
I think so.
So yeah, once we've got that, then we can do a lot more exercises in the garage. So basically, like, we're really trying to use just every little bit of space we can, just to make sure we can do every exercise that we want. And a few things that we want to get still obviously lacking on dumbbells. We really should have tried to buy some when we're out of lockdown because the price went down. Now everyone's charging a ridiculous price. We've got 2 pairs here. Viking has also borrowed us the 5 kilo dumbbells down there. Jules and shit. And like me for doing just
laterals and stuff.
Yeah.
We've had these ones made up. They're about 15 kilos ish, so we're not too sure, but they'll do for now. I mean, like I said, anyone who knows any fabricators, they're probably not working at the minute, and if they have stuff like this at home, it's a way to help like anyone out that you know that does a job like that, because you can pay them a little bit of money, do a bit of work, so you're helping them out and they're helping you out as well. So yeah, that's
the only other thing I'm looking for as well would be safety squat bars. Still haven't found one that I like, and I'm looking to get another set of calibrated plates. Not like another set, I just want another set of 5s, 10s, 15s and 20s, just so I've got a double of everything. I've got enough 25s. So yeah, there is a set on Facebook Marketplace, but he wants 500 quid, which is too expensive. I probably pay around 3. See if I can get them down to that. But yeah, that's it for updates.
We've got a little heater.
Oh shit, yeah.
Heater update.
This is we've got a brand new heater. The other one that we had was shit. This one is actually tiny and it like keeps you real warm. Like it's a lot better than the other one. This actually does warm the place up a little bit. So
and at the minute it is. If you're in the UK, you'll know it's absolutely freezing. We've had loads of snow recently as well. It's way too cold to be training in a garage.
Have I done an update on these?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
So here's another one.
One more. Jules actually made some deadlift blocks, which are pretty cool. So basically how she made these is just got some wood from the wood yard. She cut it into 3 bits, sanded it down, then some in the middle there, sandwiched in. We've got some spare plywood, which we had spare from, if you mind yourself, Tyler. If you look under, we've got the plywood under there. We had a little spare offcut, so she used that as another bit of like dampening. Then she went on Wilco's or like Home Bargains or something, got 2 doormats, turned them upside down for the rubber, and then 2 more bits of wood, drilled all the holes, wood glued it together first, then like stuck everything down, which has actually worked out real well. I think maybe the rubber might break, but Viking again gave me their offcut of rubber, like thick stuff. So I think what Jules is going to do is she's going to unscrew everything, put the thick rubber on, so it's like, so this doesn't rip because this is like real thin. I think this is going to rip easy, but yeah, these are for obviously doing like block pulls, standing on them to get like different ranges of motion. They're a good thing to have as well. So yeah, we've got 2 of them also for the update. So yeah, quite a lot of new things since the last time. I think that's it.
We could probably do a video on them if anyone's interested on how they're made.
Oh yeah, we should have like videoed it like bit by bit, but
that's again us being just poor on getting content.
I know, yeah.
But yeah, if anyone would like to see a video on the blocks, I'm sure we could put something together, so drop a comment down below if that's something you're interested in. But
we're actually selling blocks as well now for £200 for a set of blocks, so if anyone wants to buy a set of blocks for 200 quid, no problem.
So you can either subscribe to the channel or pay £200 for a set of blocks. It's up to you, really. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to run through a couple of motions with you, stuff to kind of help out. Obviously we've already mentioned a few things in this, and yeah, that's your weekly dose of, well, I say weekly. It's your
dose of what?
Oh yeah. We'll say that we'll come back to this at the very end, but yeah, we'll go over a couple of movements and then we'll finish the video off with a little bit of an update as well. Right, so for our leg movement, we're going to do a variation of a hack squat. Now obviously no one's going to have a hack squat in the, well, some of you might be lucky enough to have a hack squat in your home gym, but not many people are. So all you need for this is a foam roller, which 99% of people should have, and if you don't have, you can get them off Amazon for cheap. This one, I think, was like about 5 quid off Amazon. So foam roller, like a flat surface on your back. Obviously you don't want to do it preferably in your house because you'll probably walk the wall up, but flat surface, foam roller on the bottom of your back, just above like your arse, lower back, feet shoulder width apart, and all you're going to do is squat down and let the roller roll down with you. come down to as far as you can go. Obviously, this will depend on the individual, how much depth you can get in your squat, and then come back up. It looks like such an easy movement, but honestly, like the amount of stress you get on your quads and your glutes when you get to the bottom is unreal. So come down and up, lock the knees, down, up. Now you can do different variations of this, whether you sit in the hole and then fire out, or you control the movement all the way down, and then obviously as you get more advanced, add a plate to the chest or can add more weight as the movement gets easier. So I'll show you, for example, with a 5 plate or whatever you've got. Really works with dumbbells as well. So same setup, as close to your body as possible. Come down, hold, up, and that is probably one of the, in my opinion, best movements you can probably do in a home setup for like a squat variation if you haven't got a bar or a squat rack or like any sort of machinery, and you can do it with next to nothing.
Later.
Right, so moving on to something you can add to your back routine. If this is really only if you've got like some type of rack or something you can put anything straight across. You can rest your feet up on obviously we've got a bench, but you can literally just use anything that you can get your feet on an incline. So basically grab whatever you've got, come down, put your feet on. Obviously the incline, the height of the incline matters, like how hard or easy the exercise is. Come down, basically just like a pull up, so it's basically just a support pull up. You come up, obviously different grip. If you want to go narrower, you can go under grip as well if you want. Twerk, like more biceps as well. It's basically just like another pull-up variation if you're not strong enough to do pull-ups, but you need to get some back work done. Yeah, lots of variations on this one. Like I say, obviously the height of the incline can make it easier or harder, and the different grips, obviously it's just basically the same as a pull-up.
A few inches later.
Right, so a final bit of what is more so advice for people that have kind of got very little equipment inside their little home setup is to utilize the lower amount of weight as much as possible. So for example, something like a curl, because it's the easiest one to show, instead of using, if this is for example your easy weight in the gym for like a curl, instead of coming up and just kind of throwing the weight about like you might do in the gym, you want to really utilize the fact that it is light and you want to either do more reps or slow everything down. So instead of coming up, chucking the weight up, try and control the negatives all the way down and really squeeze at the top instead of just chucking weight about. By doing things like these, even with the squats like I showed you before, by controlling your body weight or controlling the weight, you'll get a lot more out of the movements and you'll get a lot more out of the weight. This is something that I've learned like throughout my time working with Kuba as well. He has a lot of like constant tension work stuff. Instead of focusing on like moving just weight like a powerlifter, when you're doing bodybuilding and stuff like that, it's about how you move the weight and utilizing the weight you've got instead of just moving it from point A to point B. These are stuff that when you're working in a condition like this where you've got a limited amount of equipment, you will benefit from a lot. So yeah, that's probably my top tip for working with a home gym setup.
Later that same evening.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like obviously with everything going on at the minute, it's very hard for us to put content out because lockdown restrictions, and I'm still working throughout the lockdown as well, even though like Dylan's not, but like getting together, as you can imagine, it's just a nightmare. So I hope you appreciate that we're trying to get content out, and obviously both of our social platforms, Instagram and stuff, are constantly having stuff posted on, so make sure to check the description for all our links on there. But
I know we're saying once a fortnight, but we're just, as soon as like whenever we can, we're just going to try and like, because as well with it being lockdown, what else can we do? Like another update? Oh yeah, we've got this on the wall now. Do you know what I mean? Like there's only
we'll put the pins on.
Yeah, there's only so much updates we can keep like doing when we can't do anything apart from go out for a 5-minute walk without fucking
get arrested.
Yeah, basically.
So we're going to change the channel name as well, which we'll mention this in the Q&A, I think. Did we mention the Q&A?
I don't think we did.
Well, we're mentioning it now. The channel name is going to be changing within the next 2 months.
We're changing it to this. No, I don't know what.
We don't know what we want to change it to yet. So, if you have any ideas, put it down below, and
And
I've just thought of this.
Alright.
Just
Literally right now.
simple. If you come up with an idea and if we end up choosing the idea you pick, the reason why we're changing the channel, you'll be the first one to get sent out the thing that we're doing.
Alright, that's a good idea.
So we'll give away something for the person who picks the best channel name.
But you've got to be subscribed and like and share the video.
Yes, you've got to be subscribed to the channel and obviously like the video as well, because obviously it does help us out a bunch. But subscribe to the channel and if
Well,
you
not really, it's not like we'll make any money.
well, this helps.
Well, I know. Yeah,
and eventually get monetized.
Oh yeah, because we need this money, we need that.
But yeah, if you come up with the best channel name, so it's obviously something to do with me and Dylan, and it's more, obviously the channel's more like lifestyle and fitness related, so yeah. But we're going to be keeping the Union Jack name, because we're actually, me and Dylan own the Union Jack name, so we're going to be using that. Oh, baby. We're going to be using that for something else, and the thing that we're going to be using it for, the person who picks the best name will be the first person to get this thing. So, bit of an inconspicuous, like, we might get this thing.
Oh, you might get this thing, but we don't even know what it is, and we
can't tell you yet, but yeah. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe.
Harbour, everybody. Yeah.